Previously, in the anime, everyone had gathered enough credit score to graduate except for Will, and now Grand Magic Festival was approaching. So Colette was convincing Will to join the competition because she didn't like that everyone kept making fun of him. But Will wanted to stay away from Festa because once when he joined the Magic Festival, he had gone through some rough times. That is why Will refused to join in. Then that night Will was working on his part-time job in a dwarf's area and there Julius came in with his friends. They started to make fun of dwarfs in a bad way, so Will and Julius got into a fight. Julius could have severely harmed Will, but seeing his intense gaze, Julius changed his mind and told Will to get into Magic Festa, because he wants to defeat him there. And with that Will accepted the challenge. Now, as the story continues, it's the start of the Grand Magic Festival, and our guy was in the waiting room. The principal was delivering the starting speech. And with a big bang firework that was absolutely gorgeous, Magic Festa starts. All the mages were looking out to recruit promising kids. And the start of the festa was the dragon race and Lehana was on the lead as always, but others were perplexed that Colette didn't participate in magic craft. But the scouts among the audience were working there but often saw the Miss Perfect won the sky race, so Maria was leaving to root for Will in the festa, and for Redhead Shaun. He was happy from the heart that Colette asked him with a pretty please to join her team for the festa, so Shaun was just too happy, but his happiness turned into sadness real quick when he saw Will. He really didn't know but to participate in Crown Attack they need 21,000 credit score in total, so Colette invited Shaun here. He's still rude to Will but there Julius comes and Shaun noticed he just looked at Will not him, so Colette told Shaun that something happened between the two. So when Julius took part in Crown Attack Will followed, but it was another humiliation Shaun saw because the first time was when Will saved him from Evil Sentinel. When he just sat around because he couldn't do anything, and right now, Shaun couldn't take it because everyone considers magic superior. But anyway, with an insulting introduction from a commentator Maius, Edward joins the commentary booth. Edward got angry at the insult, so Maius changed the topic to the upcoming Crown Attack game. And to prepare the stage for Crown Attack, the elf faction puts together a large-scale elemental spell around the whole stadium: Volcano Zone, Marshland, Badlands Zone, Grassland, and the Woodlands. Crown's Attack is a team-based game, and every team will be scattered around at the edge of the zones, and they have to make their way to the stadium to steal the crown to win the game. But there will be many trials they'll have to overcome, and not to mention if they run into other team, they have to defeat the other party to move forward. This three-way fight is put together keeping dungeon raids in mind, but Maius delivered a secret news that in a secret gambling area everyone had put their money on Linder. Second highest was Julius. And he personally bet on Linder as well, but the most surprising thing was that No Talent Will is participating in it and everyone started making fun of him. So when all participants were heading out, Werkner saw Will in it and tried to convince him to drop out, but this time Will was serious, so he had to let him go with it. All teams took their places at the edges of different zones to start the battle royal, and with Get Set Go, race starts, the first golem trap was activated by Julius and his team. But Team 6 was also moving fast with Will ahead, and with the same trap getting activated, Colette used her earth magic and makes a gauntlet for Will and will punch the golem to destroy it. Seeing that power play, the fun makers got what they deserved, and everyone was shocked to their bones. It's just too much for everyone to handle because the bookworm just showed his true talent. And Shaun was in a daze too, after being saved by the kid whom he always looked down. He just couldn't handle the inferiority. So he had practiced desperately to build up his own power. And yet Will seemed too far away even now, and now they entered the Badlands Zone, and the traps there were earth bullets, so to end it, first Will defends the team. And then Colette used magic to create blades for Will this time, and he used it like spears to destroy the traps, but one of them slides down and before it shoots, Will cuts it clean through. Will was stealing the whole show, but everyone couldn't believe that a No Talent Will is doing this, except for Maria. She's totally rooting for him. And Edward honestly says that Will has the prescription of an experienced person in a fight, and because of Will, his team was in the lead and other teams were facing difficulty. Julius was just going through with ease, and his teammates told him about Will and his location, so he changed his way to meet his opponent. And afterwards, Squad 6 just entered the final area where Dark Magic Circle were traps, but Will still effectively cancelled it out by rooting them out and facing them at each other. By the way, Edward had set it up, so with it they are about to enter the area where they might collide with other teams, and that Will plans to run ahead to secure a better area to fight Julius. But to his shocking surprise, Julius already beat him to it, so now Julius wants to crush Will with his ice bullets, but Will dodges all of it. But the fire behind them was raging and it melts the whole ice in the area. Shaun then attacks Will with every bits of firepower he had, and somehow Colette saved Will before it hits him. That sure was a huge blast that shocked even the stadium, and the impact was so damn strong it wiped out whole trees along the way. Shaun then asked Julius to leave because Will is his opponent. So Colette asked him why he's doing this, and Shaun says, he played along with them long enough and upheld his words, so now he wants his share of fun and wants to fight with Will to settle the score. Will tried to reason with him, but Shaun refused to listen because a magic-less person going too high is what Shaun hates the most. In his eyes it's infuriating. There Colette tried to step in, but Julius blocked her way from interfering in the match. In the fight Shaun disarmed Will, but he told him quickly to pick up the sword again to give fairness. Shaun just wants to prove magic is superior so that the match between them gets fixed. But before it starts, the episode ends. But stay tuned to watch the next episode to find out what happens next, and for that subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to never miss an update. So let's meet tomorrow with a new video. Until then, take care.